Hi, I'm Tony Benson, founder of Notary Calendar, and I built this for one simple reason. Notaries are spending too much time juggling the business instead of growing the business. They're answering the same calls, repeating the same pricing conversations, trying to schedule around travel time, missing appointments while they're in appointments, driving, eating, or sleeping. And the truth is, that's not just frustrating, it's expensive. Because every missed call can be a missed client. Every interruption breaks your focus, and every scheduling mistake chips away your professionalism and your profits. So I didn't want to build just another calendar. I wanted to build a system that actually understands how notaries work. That's what Notary Calendar is. It's not a generic booking link. It's not another one-size-fits-all scheduler. And it's definitely not a tool that was designed for dentists, coaches, and consultants, and then handed to notaries as an afterthought. It was built specifically for this business, built for people who travel, built for people whose availability changes by geography, and built for people who need to answer two questions instantly. When are you available and how much do you charge? That's the problem we solve. Generic scheduling tools can show open time slots, but they do not understand mobile notary reality. If you finish one appointment at noon and the next booking is 45 minutes away, a normal tool might still let someone book you at noon. That's not real availability. That's a late appointment waiting to happen. Notary Calendar calculates drive time between appointments and removes that time from your availability automatically. So when someone books you, they're seeing your true availability. And that one difference alone changes everything. Because in this business, your schedule is not just about time. It's about time, location, and logistics. Now let's talk about the second question clients always ask. What's this going to cost? Notary Calendar helps answer that automatically too, because the system knows where the appointment is. It can factor in your base fee and any travel-based charges, then show the client a clear breakdown of your estimated total. So instead of stopping what you're doing to gather details, calculate travel, and explain pricing over and over again, the system does the busy work for you. And that matters. Because if your time is worth, say, $50 an hour, then even a 10-minute phone call costs you roughly $8 to $10 in time value, before you've even confirmed whether or not that person is serious or if they're just price shopping. That's what I mean when I say this problem is expensive. What happens when you can't answer the phone? Maybe you're in a signing, you're driving, you're with your family, you're asleep. Business doesn't stop just because you're unavailable. And that's why I see Notary Calendar as more than a scheduler. It's a business partner. It works for you 24/7. It tells clients when you're available. It helps show them what the appointment may cost. And it captures opportunities that would otherwise slip through the cracks. So instead of losing business while you're offline, your system keeps working. And there's another piece of this that I think matters a lot: professionalism. When a client can book you quickly, see transparent pricing, and receive reminders automatically, your business feels organized, modern, and trustworthy. And in a crowded market, that makes you stand out. I personally had a client that called multiple notaries from a hospital list and nobody answered or called back. But then she found a notary with an easy booking tool and booked successfully, and that experience made a strong impression. That's not a small thing. That is positioning. That is brand value. That is trust. And trust wins business. Now let's take it one step further. If you work with a network of notaries, Notary Calendar becomes even more powerful. Because when you're unavailable, someone else in your network may be. You can see who's available and what their estimated fee might be, and help the client get served instead of saying, sorry, I'm booked. That improves the customer experience. So you're not just scheduling better, you're building a smarter business ecosystem. So if I were walking you through the platform live, here's what I'd want you to notice. First, how quickly a client can book based on real availability. Second, how the system reduces the endless back and forth by answering the biggest questions up front. Third, how it helps you run a more professional, more scalable operation from one central workflow. Because this isn't about adding another tool. It's about removing friction from the way you already work. So here's what I believe. Notaries should not have to choose between great service and a sane schedule. They should not have to miss business because they were busy serving another client. And they should not have to rely on generic scheduling tools that don't understand travel, pricing, or the realities of this industry. That's why I built Notary Calendar, to help notaries save time, to help them reduce interruptions, to help them look more professional, to help them capture more opportunities, and ultimately to help them stop juggling and start growing their business. This is not just a convenience tool. It's infrastructure for a better notary business. So if you're ready to see what this looks like in your own business, here's my invitation. Try Notary Calendar for yourself. Take the free 30-day trial and see what happens when your scheduling finally works the way notary business actually works. See how much time you save. See how many interruptions you eliminate. See how much easier it becomes for clients to say yes. And if you want the fastest path to understanding it, join me for a live demo and I'll show you exactly how it works, why it's different, and how you can start using it to create a smoother, smarter, more profitable business. Stop juggling. Start growing. Start standing out. That's Notary Calendar. And I'd love to show you what it can do for you too.